Sometimes I feel like I spend my whole day thinking 5 steps ahead. But that's just the season of life I'm in right now. Currently making my secret way of doing the sandwich cutter Uncrustable things, mixing peanut butter and jelly together because it creates less mess. I feel like it helps the sandwich actually stay together better so the jelly's not on top sliding around. Kind of like those 1990s peanut butter and jelly. They came in a jar and you could it was all in one. I give my babies the ends of the bread because they don't know any better, and I try really hard not to have my kids not like the crust. I want them to like the crust, however I'm supposed to say that, because it's wasteful to cut it, in my opinion. But I do really like the Uncrustable or sandwich cutters because I find that they're less messy. My twins do not get peanut butter everywhere when they eat these, and the sandwiches just stay together better. So I gave in and got some of the cutters. This is my secret, my other secret, I guess, to not wasting the crust. I put it in a freezer, and then this bag is super full, so I probably will do it tomorrow morning. I will make French toast, peanut butter and jelly crust bake, and it's so good. It's a super easy breakfast, and everyone in the house loves it. And you really don't need syrup because it's already got peanut butter and jelly, and then plus the cinnamon egg mixture that you do for French toast. Making a snack tray because thinking that 5 steps ahead, I am planning to take the kids over to the local splash pad, and I need to make the lunch for when we go there. When I'm packing their lunches, a lot of times I'll just remove 2 of the trays. The snackable box does come with 8 trays. I just remove 2 of them to fit the sandwiches. That's what works for me. It still leaves me plenty of trays to fill up with other stuff. I was out of a lot of veggies, so I just packed some chips. That's what I had. Getting my son to do a few things, like grab the baby swimsuits they were in the trunk, getting him to put 2 towels in the car so we had towels for the park, and I'm making myself a water. The little white thing, the seal that goes around my cup fell off, so I had to put it back on. So I'm explaining to my son. He came in and this was the 3rd or 4th time he had asked about what else was going to be there, if there was going to be an actual pool there, what was going on, and I had already explained we were just going to a splash pad, so I was telling him to please just enjoy the fact that we were going to a splash pad and that is what it was. He knows what a splash pad is. It's at a park and it's just a splash pad, but we will have fun of all of us playing together. The babies liked my cups so much that I ended up getting them their own, and thankfully I did, because as much as I like the 360 cups, I don't have any of the stainless steel ones that will keep the water cold, and these do keep the water cold, which is super nice. Now I am showered and ready to tackle the day. Yes, I just put on the same shirt because that's the shirt I wanted to wear. It's nice and comfortable and airy, and it was 90 degrees this day. It is hot, very, very hot. While the babies are asleep, taking their hour-and-a-half nap, I am going to straighten the house because it needs it. My spouse and oldest son had gone up north. I had a few things just to unpack. I've been trying really, really hard here lately to get in the habit of picking up toys at nap time. So when the twins lay down, I will try to go through the house and do just a quick pickup of toys. This way, when they wake back up, they can kind of start fresh. And I have found that the house gets nowhere near as messy throughout the day. And also, at night, I don't have as much to pick up. I cannot remember, to save the life of me, because I am doing this recording a little bit later, what they spilled here, but I know they spilled something. It was probably yogurt or something, and I just am having to clean it up. I decided while I was down here, I'd go ahead and wipe the shelves and just get it nice and clean, since I was down here with cleaner anyways and needed to do that. So I do love writing on these magnet boards. They're so much fun, but I always draw them a picture or write them a letter, not a letter, a name, write their name, or write 1, 2, 3 on there, just so they can kind of see it and start getting to recognize the name and all of that. But I do have toys throughout my house. I guess it gives me meaning to the living room child. I guess my children are full house children. So they have the one living room thing set up as their playroom, and then this is in the dining room. I just have a little corner area because I can't have anything on the shelf right now anyways, because they just pull it off. So I have it put with toys and books for them. Oh, and then in my living room, I have the dining table with the cars and stuff. So it's all throughout the house. I also wanted to mention, guys, if you have a large age gap like I do, don't worry if one of them is the oldest, is a little bit more of a bedroom child at this point in time in your life, because people are trying to play with Legos and had build and had art projects that he's doing. And if time and time leave the door open or be outside in the living room, he would never be able to do any of that because, it just never leave him alone. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. Don't show the pressure from social media. Be like, we have living room kids, or we have a bedroom kid. Honestly, we all in all, our son loves sitting out there with us and hanging out. He loves playing with his siblings, so I am not worried about it if he also likes to be in his room and build and do art projects. And with that, guys, the house is pretty much picked up. Have the dishes. Always the dishes. There's always dishes. Dishwasher is so gross. Myself is working on figuring out how we can fix it. We've actually cans, so it's just sort of a comfort and just leave it in the dishwasher, in the washing machine. Hopefully we'll get it good clean. I do it probably once a week or once every week and a half. I clean out the fridge of anything we haven't ate. We do our very best to eat leftovers, but just sometimes it just doesn't happen. Oh, I cut my sponges. I prefer to cut them because I find they last longer then, and that's perfect palm size. My owl was empty. I had to refill it with soap. I love my little owl. I've had to replace the spout on top that pumps out the soap. I've had to replace it twice. That top one came from just a bottle of baby soap that we have. I worked really hard. I don't know if I've posted the video yet or not, but I worked really hard on getting this stove nice and white and ungreased because it was in grease and gross when we moved in. And so I worked really hard one day, pretty much spent all day doing that stove, and I got it nice and white. So I'm doing my best to stay looking clean as long as possible. So the babies are crying here because I got them dressed, and then I'm having to take 2 seconds to make sure I have everything that I prepped earlier in the day. And they're just really not happy when they first wake up from the nap. We're only 5 minutes down the road from the little local splash pad in our area, and I decided I didn't want to have to put swimmer diapers on the babies when we got to the splash pad. So I put them on under the bathing suit, and then I put a cloth diaper on top, just the cover part, to help hold in pee. I don't know if you guys know, but swimmer diapers do not actually hold in pee. They just prevent poop from getting out. So our splash pad sprays abnormally really hard when it first comes out, and my son was like, holy cow. Azina will play in the water, but George is still not 100% sure. He likes to come over and visit. Me trying to ask him where my snack tray is, because he took one of the snack trays from the snackable box here, but it's somewhere in the grass. We'll find it before we leave. It's not a big deal. Making a taco lasagna. So I'm doing one. The square one is for the kids with regular tortillas. It's got beans, ground beef, cheese, nothing spectacular, just a little seasoning kind of thing. And I actually think there's ground turkey. I think I made this with ground turkey. I'm almost positive. But that's neither here nor there. And then I was trying to be really good on my diet at this point in time. And the round one that you're going to see is the one for me and myself. I made it with the carb-free tortillas, or keto-friendly tortillas, and it's the exact same mixture: refried beans, or pinto beans, cheese, ground turkey, seasoning, and then also some black olives on top. Hope you get to grow and do something you love.